Sure, you know what an asteroid is. You've definitely heard of black holes. But what about a planet-sized diamond? Or a star that's colder than a winter night? The universe is packed with objects so bizarre they sound made up, hiding incredible secrets in the endless dark. So what if everything we think we know is just the beginning? For the next few minutes, we're going on a rapid-fire tour of the cosmos from A to Z. We'll uncover one mind-blowing fact for every letter of the alphabet, revealing some of the strangest objects you never knew were out there. A is for asteroid. You probably picture a simple belt of rocks floating between Mars and Jupiter, but this cosmic rubble holds the secrets of our past. These aren't pieces of a shattered planet. They're the leftover building blocks of our solar system, ancient fossils from over 4.5 billion years ago. If you scooped up all the millions of known asteroids, their total mass would only be about 4% of our moon. And some aren't just lonely rocks. They have their own tiny moons, and a few even have faint ring systems like miniature Saturns. B is for black hole. Forget the sci-fi image of a cosmic vacuum cleaner. Black holes don't suck. They're just objects with a gravitational field so powerful that nothing, not even light, can escape. If you were to replace our sun with an equally massive black hole, Earth would just keep orbiting it like nothing happened. The real danger is the event horizon, the point of no return. Supermassive black holes sit at the center of almost every galaxy, including our own Milky Way, acting as cosmic anchors that hold everything together. C is for comet. These aren't just dirty snowballs in space, they're icy time capsules from the edge of the solar system. When a comet swings near the sun, it doesn't just grow one tail, it grows two. First, there's the bright curved tail made of dust. Then there's a second, fainter tail made of ionized gas, which the solar wind always pushes directly away from the sun. This means a comet's tail can actually travel in front of it. D is for dwarf planet. So what makes Pluto a dwarf? It's not just about being small. The official rule says a dwarf planet hasn't cleared its orbital neighborhood. This just means it shares its orbital path with other objects of a similar size. Pluto lives in the Kuiper Belt, a seriously crowded zone of icy bodies, so it's less like a lone king of its domain and more like a resident of a bustling cosmic city. E is for exoplanet. There are planets out there that make Earth look downright boring. Imagine a world where it rains glass, sideways, in 4,000-mile-per-hour winds. That's a real place. Exoplanet HD weight 9733b. Then there's 55 Cancri E, a planet that scientists theorize could have a surface of graphite covering a thick interior of solid diamond. It might just be a literal diamond in the sky, twice the size of Earth. F is for galactic filament. Believe it or not, the universe has a skeleton, and it's made of galaxies. Galactic filaments are the largest known structures in the cosmos, unfathomably vast, thread-like formations of galaxies, dark matter, and gas that link everything together. These filaments form a massive network called the cosmic web. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is just one tiny speck on one of these colossal threads. G is for galaxy. The numbers here are hard to wrap your head around. There are an estimated 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. The largest one we've ever found, Alcyonius, is a jaw-dropping 16.3 million light-years across. That's 153 times wider than our entire Milky Way. And yet, even though they're packed with billions or trillions of stars, galaxies are still mostly empty space. H is for galactic halo. Surrounding our galaxy is a vast, invisible sphere of ancient stars, hot gas, and mysterious dark matter called the galactic halo. It's like a ghost of the galaxy's formation, holding some of the oldest stars in the Milky Way. This halo is enormous, stretching hundreds of thousands of light-years into space, far beyond the bright, starry disk we can actually see. I is for Io. Meet the most volcanically active world in our entire solar system, Jupiter's moon, Io. It's a world in constant agony, caught in a gravitational tug-of-war between the colossal Jupiter and its neighboring moons. This endless stretching and squeezing generates incredible heat, powering over 400 active volcanoes that spew lava fountains dozens of miles high. One of its lava lakes, Loki Patera, is bigger than any on Earth. J is for Jupiter. The king of planets has a storm that's bigger than our entire planet. The Great Red Spot is a hurricane so vast that Earth could comfortably fit inside it, and it's been raging for at least 350 years. But Jupiter isn't just a stormy giant, it's also a failed star. It's made of the same stuff as the Sun, mostly hydrogen and helium, but it just never got big enough to ignite nuclear fusion. K is for the Kuiper Belt. Way out past the orbit of Neptune lies a cosmic junkyard known as the Kuiper Belt. This huge, donut-shaped ring is littered with trillions of frozen objects, icy leftovers from when the solar system was born. It's home to dwarf planets like Pluto, and is the birthplace for many of the comets that visit our inner solar system. L is for lunar eclipse. When the moon passes into Earth's shadow, it doesn't just vanish, it turns red. This eerie glow, often called a blood moon, is caused by sunlight filtering through Earth's atmosphere. You're essentially seeing the light of every single sunrise and sunset on Earth, all projected onto the face of the moon at once. M is for meteor. We call them shooting stars, but they aren't stars at all. A meteor is just the streak of light you see when a tiny piece of space debris, a meteoroid, burns up in our atmosphere. Most of them are no bigger than a grain of sand. If a piece actually survives the fiery trip and hits the ground, it gets a new name, a meteorite. So that's meteoroids in space, meteors in the sky, and meteorites on the ground. We're only halfway through our cosmic alphabet, and we've already found diamond planets and volcanic moons. The universe is weirder and more wonderful than we can possibly imagine. If you want to keep exploring its biggest mysteries with us, make sure you hit that subscribe button. N is for nebula. These aren't just pretty, colorful clouds. Nebulae are the nurseries where stars are born and the tombstones of stars that have died. In places like the famous Pillars of Creation, new stars are being forged from collapsing clouds of gas. In others, like the Crab Nebula, the expanding shell of debris is all that's left of a supernova that was seen from Earth nearly 1,000 years ago. O is for the Oort cloud. If you think the Kuiper Belt is the edge of our solar system, think again. Far, far beyond it lies the Oort cloud, a theoretical gigantic bubble of icy objects surrounding our entire solar system. It's so far away that it might stretch a quarter of the way to the next nearest star. This is the deep freeze of the solar system, and it's generally considered the boundary of the Sun's vast cometary reservoir. P is for pulsar. Imagine a star crushed down to the size of a city, spinning hundreds of times every single second. That's a pulsar. It's a type of neutron star, the incredibly dense corpse of a massive star. A single teaspoon of pulsar material would weigh about 1 billion tons. As it spins, it shoots out beams of radiation from its poles. If that beam happens to sweep across Earth, we see a pulse, a cosmic lighthouse, blinking with a precision that can rival an atomic clock. Q is for quasar. This isn't a star, it's the brightest thing in the universe. A quasar is the blindingly bright nucleus of a young galaxy, powered by a supermassive black hole feasting on incredible amounts of gas and dust. As all that matter spirals into the black hole, it heats up and shines with more light than entire galaxies, sometimes outshining its host by 100 times or more. R is for ring system. Saturn gets all the glory, but it's not the only planet with rings. All 4 gas giants in our solar system, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, have them. Jupiter's faint rings are made of dust kicked up from its moons, while Uranus's rings are dark and thin. The reason Saturn's are so spectacular is that they're made of highly reflective water ice. S is for supernova. This is the most powerful explosion known to science, the violent death of a massive star. For a brief time, a single supernova can outshine its entire galaxy. But this isn't just about destruction, it's also about creation. The intense heat of a supernova forges most of the heavy elements in the universe, including the gold in your jewelry and the iron in your blood. We are all, quite literally, made of stardust. T is for Titan. Saturn's largest moon, Titan, is one of the most Earth-like places you can find, with a terrifying twist. It has a thick atmosphere, clouds, wind, and rain, but its rivers, lakes, and seas aren't filled with water. They're filled with liquid methane and ethane. At a brisk -290 degrees Fahrenheit, it's like a chilling mirror of an early alien Earth. U is for Uranus. The seventh planet from the Sun is the certified oddball of the solar system. While other planets spin like tops, Uranus is tilted completely on its side, basically rolling along its orbit like a bowling ball. This extreme 98-degree tilt results in the most bizarre seasons imaginable. Each pole gets 42 years of non-stop sunlight, followed by 42 years of complete darkness. V is for variable star. Some stars don't shine with a steady light, they brighten and dim over time. These are variable stars, and some of them are essential for measuring the universe. A special type called Cepheid variables pulse at a rhythm that's directly tied to their true brightness. By comparing how bright they look from Earth to how bright we know they actually are, astronomers can calculate their distance, turning these stars into cosmic yardsticks to map the cosmos. W is for white dwarf. This is the final fate waiting for our own sun. A white dwarf is the super dense Earth-sized core left behind after a sun-like star runs out of fuel. They're so dense that a spoonful of their matter would weigh several tons. It's even theorized that as a carbon-rich white dwarf cools over billions of years, the immense pressure could cause the carbon to crystallize, turning the dead star into a planet-sized diamond. X is for X-ray binary. Picture a stellar crime scene. An X-ray binary is a star system where two objects are locked in a cosmic dance of death. One is a normal star and its partner is a collapsed object, either a neutron star or a black hole. The collapsed object's powerful gravity strips gas away from the normal star, pulling it into a superheated disk that glows fiercely in X-rays as one star literally devours the other. I is for the Yarkovsky effect. This is one of the most subtle yet powerful forces in the solar system. The Yarkovsky effect is a tiny push an asteroid gets when it absorbs sunlight and then radiates that energy away as heat. It's a gentle, continuous thrust, like a microscopic rocket engine. But over millions of years, it can completely change an asteroid's orbit, sometimes pushing it onto a path that could intersect with Earth. Z is for zodiacal light. On a perfectly clear moonless night, you might spot a faint, ghostly pyramid of light rising from the horizon just after sunset or before sunrise. That's the zodiacal light. It's not from a distant galaxy. It's sunlight reflecting off a massive flat cloud of dust orbiting the sun right here in our solar system. You're seeing the faint glow from countless smashed asteroids and vaporized comets. From the skeletons of comets to the blinding light of quasars, we've traveled to the very edge of our understanding. We've seen that the universe isn't just big. It's weirder, more violent, and more beautiful than we ever thought possible. Every letter of the alphabet pulls back another layer, revealing another object that challenges our place in the cosmos. And the most incredible part? For every mystery we've solved, there are countless more out there, waiting in the dark. The journey is far from over.